I'm definitely kind of sick and tired of people saying I can't pick fights. When I said in my breakdown, I think Sean Brady absolutely ragdolls Leon Edwards. I don't really rate Leon Edwards in terms of like UFC fighter caliber. And I know that sounds crazy, but you have to remember, a lot of people picking Edwards were like, he did well against Bilal. He beat Usman. The first Usman knockout was fucking amazing. I agree. However, I think the reason people rate it so much is because it was Usman he knocked out. And when you really sit back, Usman's title reign is fraudulent. And then in the rematch against Usman, it was like, fuck, he beat Usman, which he did, 3-2 or 4-1 in that fight. However, Usman's a 36, 37-year-old man. I don't rate him either. And I know of a skinny little white boy just sat here being like, I don't rate Kamaru Usman, one of the best welterweights ever. In the grand scheme of the division and in the grand scheme of skill and ability from what I can see, I just thought Sean Brady was going to have his way with him. I said in my breakdown, there's only so many times Leon Edwards' corner can see he's about to quit and then go, come on, Leon, son, come on. And it's only worked once. And then against Bilal, it was a 3-2 victory for Bilal Muhammad. However, people are like, Leon almost finished the fight. Yeah, he landed 2-3 good elbows in the last 10 seconds of the 5th round. That happens. You think, there's only 10 seconds left. I'll actually try now. And in my breakdown, I said Sean Brady absolutely bullies him. And when I tell you, I did not think it would be that much of a bullying. That was one of the most one-sided fights I've ever seen in my life. And that's not even a joke. That is probably that's like a Hamzat Chimaev level beatdown. However, more just dominant. It was just dominant as fuck over four rounds. It was the most dominant and incredible forms of displays of effective wrestling and grappling I've seen. It reminded me a little bit of Moicano versus BSD in terms of the way Moicano was looking for a finish, meaning more punching, and the way fucking Sean Brady was looking for a finish. He was looking for the Kimura, he was looking to tie up the neck, the legs, punches. He had his back for the whole second round. Let's talk about the fight. Round number 1. It's close on the feet. It's very close on the feet. Edwards landed his shots. Blast double leg against the cage. Picks him up, just places him down. Very minimal effort for Sean Brady, and he just was on him. He just had his number, and Edwards just had no want or desire to fight anything or to get up. It was almost like, okay, I'll accept the position and just wait. And he did. He waited for round number 2. Round 1 could have, in my opinion, Brady took it just because of the way he was imposing as well more. Edwards did land a few good shots though. It was close. It was a close first round. You give it to Brady. Round number 2, fight. Stands in front, bam! Shoots a double leg straight away. Rams Edwards against the cage and takes him down. Takes his back immediately. It was 36 significant strikes to 0 in round number 2. Brady had his back the whole time, was battering him. And, going into round 3, Edwards' corner were saying, forget, you got to go out there and kickbox with him. Okay, he tries doing that. Blast double leg from Brady, effortlessly takes him down. The strength effortlessly takes him down. And this is the round where it was like, yeah, this fight's done. Half guard, looking for a choke. Punches, postures, elbow, half guard, holding it. Tries getting mount. Edwards tries to escape an arm triangle. Edwards didn't want to try escape because he knew something would get latched up or he'd get beaten even more. He'd get hit. It was incredible to watch. And I was sat there predicting Sean Brady to win dominantly, but I was like, if people thought the Bilal Muhammad fight was a bad performance, that was 10 times worse. The Bilal fight was, Leon's having success when he's not in this position. This fight was, Leon got outstruck by Brady on the feet and then ragdolled on the floor. And I was sat there like, the worrying about takedowns really changes a striker. I think that's why Oliveira had so much success against people like Gaethje. There was no threat of the takedown, and if it was to come, he could, he's so confident off of his back. That's why he comes forward with this reckless abandon, a bit like Michael Chandler as well. He's got such a low sense of gravity, he can just push and push. Round number 4 comes. Edwards is again looking like he wants to quit, looking defeated. He claims he's not a quitter. Sorry, my AC is like dying. He goes out there surrenders. Bear in mind, all these takedowns were happening in about 30 seconds or 1 minute. I've got no idea if that recording cut out. Essentially, people had to come into my room and fix the AC. I was literally just talking about how it was like breaking, and then they came in, oh, by the way, we need to fix your AC. So, yeah, I think that must have just continued like normal, but I've got no clue. Anyway, round 4. Edwards is just looks like he just doesn't want to be there. Gets taken down immediately and strangled, guillotine. So, moral of the story is Leon Edwards is done. He just doesn't have it. Like, he's just so boring, and then it quits. And I hate saying that, because I hate saying, oh, this fighter quits, when I've never been in that situation myself in front of all these people in my hometown being ragdolled by a wrestler. So I don't like saying it. However, he resigns himself to losing a decision, and he did it against Usman the first time as well. People forget this. Like, come on. You know, in the Covington fight, just all of it just terrible, and I'm happy that he's now out of the picture. I'm actually delighted that we can now move on, and the realistic next fight to make is a quick turnaround for Leon Edwards. Get the losses out your system, and you do Ian Garry versus Leon Edwards in June. It now makes more sense than ever. Former champion versus rising prospect. Ian Garry, Leon Edwards, June. That's what you do. June, July time. I do not want to see Edwards come back in a year's time like he always does. He takes 7 months to a year off after every fucking fight. That's probably why he looks so shit in there. He's like rusty every time. Turn around, get this out your system, fight Ian Garry in June or July. Striking matchup for you. Ian Garry likes to mix in jiu-jitsu and takedowns as well. It's a candy fight for both men. This is what you're going to get, Leon, at the top of the division. You could fight for 2 more years and have 6 more fights in the organisation, go on a 4-fight win streak, win the belt again, happily retire, or move up. You're still there in terms of you still have the ability to go on and become champ, but it's this laxity, it's this shitty striking. You're not an active striker. You allow people, you don't earn respect on the feet, so people can ragdoll you. That's all it is. You need to earn your place. You need to earn your victory, and you didn't do that. You literally just stood in front of him, let him have his way with you, and then was like, yeah, I'm from Birmingham, I'll just lose the decision, I'm from Birmingham. It's embarrassing. It's really embarrassing for UK MMA, for you to headline these events and give that type of a showing. I'm hating on you because I don't think there's much about you as a human being. I think you're obviously a good guy, but you need to sort it out, man. Like, this is just nuts. The Bilal Muhammad fight was close in retrospect. You know? If that was how you're performing now, the second Usman fight, you were winning the whole thing before knocking him out. Do you know, come on, Leon, son, come on. Like, that head kick now, people are thinking it's just luck. Like, how the fuck did he fluke these victories? You're very easily beatable if someone gives you any adversity, and Covington didn't give you any adversity. The second fight, Usman didn't shoot a fucking takedown. Do you know what I mean? So, your kickboxing's phenomenal. You're not active enough on the feet. I don't think you want to fight. I just think I don't know. What do you guys think? Well done to Sean Brady. I want him versus, you could realistically do him versus Joaquin Buckley, him versus anyone at the top of the division and get him a title shot. Typically, I wouldn't want a wrestler at the top. However, that performance warrants a fucking title shot. That he just dominated a former champion better than anyone ever has and made him look shit. He made Leon Edwards look fucking shit. Like, Leon Edwards got bullied worse than I've ever seen anyone lose. That was one of the worst performances in UFC history. It's just a shame it has to happen in a main event under that huge spotlight. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on the main event, folks. Wow.